Legion baseball. Haskins hollers play ball, and McCutcheon brings a fastball, and it's chopped to shortstop to Hopper Davis. He's up and on to Murray. One pitch and one away.
Basically a routine ground ball that time.
Batting second for Toronto, left fielder, number 23, Joe Scardina. Scardina.
I've umpired a couple of the Toronto Legion games this year, and they have some swingers in there. They're 12 and 13. They played 25 games in this young season. Coach 33 in with only 9 contests. That basically because of the unavailability of the field. Second batter is Joe Scardina, and the fastball from McCutcheon is called strike number 1. Good movement on that fastball by the youngster Greg McCutcheon from Buckeye North. Scardina, the center fielder, is a right-handed batter. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 2. So 3 pitches so far, Joe, and 3 strikes thrown by pitcher Greg McCutcheon.
Yes, and that was a very good breaking ball going down the way, and that's where you want to keep it.
Scardina hitting 359. The 0-2 pitch, he missed it badly. The curveball way outside. Scardina goes down swinging, 2 up and 2 down, and McCutcheon very sharp here against the first 2 batters.
Even though he's only thrown 2 curveballs.
Batting third, Toronto.
I've seen the youngster throw in.
The pitcher, number 32, Robbie Lucas.
Robbie Lucas, the pitcher. Robbie in with a batting average of 371. He's got 13 hits and 12 RBIs. There's a curveball that gets away outside for ball 1. The first ball thrown of the game by Greg McCutcheon. Just underway here at Vaccaro Field on the campus of the University of Steubenville. Mettenberger, the center fielder, is shading the right-handed batter Robbie Lucas into left center, playing him the pull. Infield is deep with 2 down. Wind and the pitch outside for ball 2. So McCutcheon on this batter, Lucas, has missed badly twice.
Both pitches, neither one was in the strike zone, John. I would look for Lucas to be swinging here. This is a hitter's pitch.
Right-handed batter, Robbie Lucas. Fastball downstairs, 3-0. Lucas senior to be at Wintersville High School. Outstanding performer in baseball and basketball. Was the top man off the bench for Coach Mel Coleman. Outstanding Wintersville basketball squad. There's a called strike. It's 3-1 as the tape was on. Also played third base and pitched for Joe Nolan's OVAC champions Wintersville baseball squad.
Ball's basically a full hitter, John. Look for him to get the ball left field.
Fastball caught the outside corner, and the count now is full. 2 down here, nobody on, top of the first.
Got to challenge the hitter in this position, John. Don't want to walk him with 2 outs.
McCutcheon winds, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ripped down to third, scooped up nicely by Rory, on to Murray, and Lucas is retired 5-3. A 1-2-3 inning for Greg McCutcheon. Nothing across in the top of the first. Steubenville coming to bat when we return. Center is Davey Kestner from Toronto, and in right is Brian Hellyer from Springfield. The first pitch from Lucas is high and away for ball 1 to leadoff batter Johnny Baldwin. Baldwin in at a 346 clip. In with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Second pitch is also a ball, so Lucas behind on the count early here to John Baldwin, who has 6 walks this season to lead post 33 in their first 9 games.
John has a good eye to play. He'll make the pitcher work.
There's a ball on the inside corner for a called strike, so it's 2-1 to John Baldwin. The leadoff batter for post 33 here in the bottom of the first with no score. The 2-1 pitch is chopped to shortstop. Grimm is up on the big hop and across to Allen for the first out of the game. Baldwin retired. Grimm to Allen, 6-3 if you're scoring with us. 1 up and 1 down. So 4 batters have come up, and 4 batters have been retired as Bill Rory, the third baseman from Steubenville High School, steps into the batter's box. The number 2 hitter, Rory, is batting at 370, 10 hits, no home runs. He leads the squad in RBIs with 8. There's a curveball just down low by Robbie Lucas.
That was his off-speed curveball, John. He has one that throws a little bit harder and breaks a little bit more.
Next pitch is a fastball in tight for ball 2. So on the first 2 batters, Lucas has fallen behind 2-0, but he came back to get Baldwin. Bob Haskins, the veteran behind the dish. Nick Fonte at first. Curveball is outside, and it's 3-0.
Even with the 2-ball count, 2 balls and no strikes, he came with the curveball. That is his bread and butter pitch.
3-0 delivery is high for ball 4. And Rory is aboard with a walk first base runner of the
Batting
game
third for post
on
33.
4 straight pitches. That brings up
Number
Robbie
18,
Davis. Davis,
Shortstop.
leading batter
Robbie
for post
Davis.
33
Davis.
at 571. He's only batted 14 times. He was away playing in the All-Star game in Columbus and visited a college over the weekend. Davis is 8 for 14, in with a homer and 3 RBIs. Right-handed batter from Wintersville. First pitch is a called strike number 1. Rory with a good lead at first. Bluffed to go that time, and Kevin McGrath came out of the chute, dropped the ball, but Rory held it first.
Real good friends, teammates, and I was sort of anxious to see this rivalry between the two. Pick-off attempt by Lucas at first, but no damage. I know that Rob knows what Lucas is going to throw, and Lucas knows what Davis can hit, so it'll be interesting, John.
Pitch is inside for a ball, and it's 1-1 to Robbie Davis. On deck, the cleanup hitter, Mike Nodianos. Rory with a good lead. He fakes the break. The pitch is outside, and it's 2-1 to Davis. So, for the most part, Lucas has been working behind the hitters here, and that can get you into trouble, Joe, as you well know.
No doubt about it. That's not the way that you win ball games, doing that. A lot of room in right center field, and Davis will hit the ball that way.
Fastball popped into right center field. Moving over, though, is Brian Hellyer. He makes the call. He's having a little trouble with the sun, but makes the catch in straightaway right center field. So Davis skies to right.
Now batting
2 down.
the second baseman, number 17.
Runner still at first. Billy Rory on the walk, and Mike
Nodianos.
Nodianos is the hitter. Nodi from Steubenville High School also was playing in the All-Star game in Columbus and has played in only 5 contests. He's batting .353. He's got 6 hits, and he's in with 4 RBIs. Rory a threat to go. Pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike number 1 to Mike Nodianos. Right-handed batting second baseman. Chuck Watt coaching at third. Red Colder over at first. Stretched by Lucas. Checks the runner. He's gone. The pitch is fouled back out of play. So Rory was gone, but the pitch was fouled back. 0-2 to Nodianos. Good curveball that time by Rob Lucas.
There goes the
That was his hard curveball that time, John. Mr. Vaccaro chasing the balls down. John Phillips mentioned here in the press box, there won't be too many to get lost.
He doesn't have to go too far this year.
Not like the trees at Old Pleasant Heights and Bellevue Park.
Sure. 0-2. Let's see what he comes with, John.
See if he wastes one. Sidearm fastball is outside. It's 1-2. Good waste pitch. Rory holding on deck. Jay Kopral from Buckeye South.
Came from down under that time, John.
Two out, excuse me, Joe. 2 out and a runner at first here in the bottom of the first.
Sort of an underhand fastball pitch, and like you said, it was a good waste pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. You really don't want to give the batter anything good to hit. Runner could be going again here.
Let's see if Kevin McGrath calls for the pitch out. Curveball is inside, and it's 2-2 to Nodianos. Hitting in the cleanup spot, playing second base, wearing number 17 on his gray home uniform. Pitch got him swinging as Lucas gets his first strikeout in the inning for post 33. No runs, no hits. There were no errors, a walk in the inning, and 1 left. And at the end of 1, no score, and we'll be back. Former Legion players from Toronto, Bruce Calabrese. Grimm, the first batter, swings and misses at the McCutcheon fastball, and Greg, unlike Rob Lucas, has been ahead of all the hitters, Joe.
Yes, John, and he's led off with the fastball both innings. That ball had some movement on it, moved in on the hands of the hitter, and didn't make any contact at all.
The 0-1 is ripped into left field as Rick Grimm gets the first hit of the ball game. Up quickly is Kopral, and he hits his cutoff man, Davis, on with a bingo.
Very solid single to left field. Looked like a semi-hanging curveball, and it was around his eyes, and he slapped it in the left for a signal for Grimm.
Ricky Grimm hitting at .282, has 16 hits, which is the most on the Toronto squad. He's at first with nobody out. The batter is Tim Ohalek, and he's up to bunt. The pitch is outside, and he doesn't offer. It's a ball from Greg McCutcheon. A runner on and nobody out here for Toronto in the top half of the second inning with no score as Ohalek steps out and checks Dave Grimm down at third for the sign.
He was definitely bunting on the first pitch. It was around the plate. It was not, so he took it for a ball. Rory in on the grass about 3 steps at first.
McCutcheon makes the move to first and drives Ricky Grimm back, so they're alert to the steal and also the bunt. As you mentioned, Billy Rory in real tight at third, looking for the bunt. McCutcheon stretches. Here comes the pitch. It's bunted behind the plate, and it's a foul ball. So the count is even at 1-1 to Timmy Ohalek, second baseman from Wintersville High School. Timmy Ohalek is batting .279. He's in with 5 RBIs. See if they have any sacrifice hits on the chart. No, they don't on the Toronto chart, which Dave Grimm and Bruce Calabrese gave to us to help here in the early goings. Grimm and Ohalek with the conference halfway between home and third. The count is 1-1 with a runner at first and nobody out.
I think Coach Grimm was a little upset with Timmy Ohalek that time for not squaring around properly and getting the ball into fair territory. It looked more like he was trying to bunt for the base hit than the sacrifice, and he just gave him a new set of signals, and we'll have to see what takes place there. Steubenville still thinks they're going to bunt.
McCutcheon stretches. Here's the pitch. It's down low, and no showing of a bunt by Ohalek that time.
No, apparently he took it off that particular pitch. Another set of signals. Still a possibility of the bunt. Toronto might be looking to play for one here. Rory thinks so. He's still in 3-4 steps on the cut of the grass.
Baldwin hangs the sign. Here comes the delivery. It's bunted in front of the plate. Picked up by McCutcheon. He'll go to first to get the shore out. Covering is Nodianos. The sacrifice executed very nicely by Timmy Ohalek. Grimm moves on to second on the sacrifice. A runner in scoring position.
Now batting for Toronto.
One out on the 1-4 sacrifice if you're scoring with us. We'll bring up catcher Kevin McGrath.
That's just good team play. One of the guys up there to sacrifice. He gets around, gets the ball down properly, moves his teammate to second, and now it's up to the hitter who's coming in. McGrath to advance him on to third or possibly in the home for Toronto. Good team play on the part of Toronto at that time.
Kevin McGrath hitting .283 is in with no home runs and 7 RBI. He's the catcher from Toronto, and he lines one up the middle for a base hit. Mettenberger charges. Grimm's around third. He's going to score. Mettenberger's throw is cut off, and Toronto takes an early 1-0 lead on an RBI single by Kevin McGrath as he took a Greg McCutcheon fastball right up the middle.
Once again, John, you go back to the little things. Tim failed to bunt. They took the bunt off. Then he came back and got the bunt down successfully. The next man comes up, gets a single up the middle. This is what I was talking about, team play. Do your part and then let the other guy do his.
So a run in, 1-0 Toronto on top. McGrath at first being held by David Murray. And that brings up Ty Allen, the first baseman from Beaver Local High School. Ty in at 125. No home runs and 1 RBI. The pitch is taken outside for a ball. So McCutcheon in second inning trouble here as he easily retired the side in the first. He now trails 1-0 on the RBI single by Kevin McGrath.
Allen squared around in the box that time, John, even though I don't think he was bunting. I just think he wanted to see what Steubenville was going to do.
Infield at double play depth. Swung on and missed for strike one. Count evens at 1-1. The outfield playing Ty Allen straight away. He's about 6'3". Tall, lanky first baseman from Beaver Local.
Nice size youngster, John.
McGrath a short lead at first, and he's gone. The ball is bunted down the first base side. McCutcheon picks it up. He'll go on to first. Murray covering. The sacrifice is there. The throw back to second. Ty Allen almost got nailed rounding second base as Davis put the tag on, but he headlonged back in safely. So Toronto has executed 2 sacrifices here in the second inning. McGrath in scoring position at second. 2 down.
Number 30.
And that'll bring up third baseman Tommy Horn in at 205. Horn with 1 home run and 8 RBIs.
John, one thing we might want to mention here at Vaccaro Field, there's a lot of gap to cover in this ballpark. It's a big ballpark, and there's a lot of room in the gaps.
McCutcheon stretches. Here comes his first delivery. It's chopped back to the mound off of McCutcheon's glove. It's going to be an infield single for Tommy Horn as McCutcheon picked it up but was not able to field the ball. Base hit, an infield single for Tommy Horn. Moving on to third is Kevin McGrath. And at first, with an infield single,
center fielder
is Tommy Horn.
10, Dave
So
Kessner.
runners at the corners.
Kessner.
That brings up center fielder Davey Kessner. Kessner in at 184. He's got 7 hits, no home runs, and he's driven in 1.
When I remember the high school season, John Kessner is sort of a left field, left center type hitter. slap hitter. He's a left-handed batter, and the left fielder has moved in considerably.
He's also an excellent bunter as he takes McCutcheon's first pitch, a ball outside. So 2 on and 2 out. Toronto with a run in and threatening to get more here in the top half of the second. 1-0's the score. Fastball is low for ball 2. On deck, leadoff batter Brian Hellyer.
Steubenville will be faced with an interesting choice here if the runner goes down, whether they'll go for the runner with 2 outs or let him go, and possibly with a base hit, Toronto would be up 4-0.
Tommy Horn is not a real fast runner. He fakes a break. There's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. Kessner taking all the way. Kessner's been known to drop down a 2-out bunt. He looks for the sign from Dave Grin. Tommy Horn with a better lead this time at first, held by Dave Murray. The stretch, the pitch. Runner holding, it's down low. It's 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
We should get that.
So McCutcheon in second inning trouble here after retiring the first 3 batters in the first inning. A run in, 2 hits in the inning, 2 sacrifices by Toronto. They lead at 1-0. Allen at third, Horn at first. The 3-1 delivery is inside for ball 4, and McCutcheon has walked his first batter. The bases are now loaded for leadoff batter Brian Hellyer.
Well, we had two sacrifice bunts in this inning, a base hit, 2 base hits really, one to center field through the box, one off the pitcher's glove, and then another bunt, all with 2 outs, or a walk, I'm sorry, to Kessner with 2 outs, and McCutcheon sort of dug himself a hole here.
Chuck Watt is out, and there's a conference on the mound between Coach Watt, Johnny Baldwin, and his pitcher, Greg McCutcheon.
Wind really not a factor up here this evening, John. If anything, the wind seems to be blowing towards left field and rather lightly, but blowing in rather than out. So it's going to take a pretty good poke to get one out of here this evening.
The bases are loaded with McGrath at third, Horn at second, and Kessner at first. Hellyer grounded to Davis on the first pitch of the game. Here comes the pitch from McCutcheon. Fouled off of the leg at home plate. Hellyer got one on the puppy as he limps away into the on-deck circle.
I would say Hilliard's definitely the first ball hitter. The first time up, he swung at the first pitch, bounced it out to Davis. This time with the sacks full, he took a good hard cut at the McCutcheon fastball and fouled it off his foot. With runners in scoring position, you want to be aggressive with the bat.
The 0-1 pitch, fastball up high, 1-1. This is a big out for post 33. With the bases loaded and 2 out, a single would surely bring in 2. The full windup by McCutcheon. The 1-1 delivery is popped out of play. 1-2, so McCutcheon ahead on the count, and let's see if he goes to the breaking ball, Joe, which he hasn't thrown much in this inning.
No, he threw 2 real nice curve balls in the first inning, hasn't gone to it since, has the batter, I believe, set up for the breaking pitch. I think it's a matter of confidence for this young man in the breaking ball, John.
The 1-2 pitch. Curveball got him swinging.
Yes, sir.
McCutcheon records his second strikeout, gets himself out of a big jam. However, in the inning for Toronto, 1 run coming on 2 hits. There were no errors in the inning. Big strikeout on Hellyer. No errors and 3 runners left. At the end of an inning and a half, Toronto 1, Steubenville nothing. Has 8 hits to his credit, 1 home run and 4 RBIs. He's batting at .307. First pitch from Robbie Lucas is a curveball, caught the inside corner for a called strike number 1.
Led off with the breaking pitch, broke right in on his hands, caught the corner, called strike by by umpire Haskins. Kopral back into batter's box, ready to go for the second.
Stockily built Buckeye South performer, right-handed batter, fastball just outside to count evens at 1-1 as the fastball from Lucas is a sidearm fastball and it will tail into the right-handed batter, similar to McCutcheon's fastball.
He throws it across the seams rather than with the seams, John, and as a result he gets a lot more movement on it.
1-1 pitch. He is driven into left center field. It may be in the gap. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Kopral is around first, and he'll have a stand-up double as Davey Kessner picks it up and relays it into Ricky Grimm. So Jay Kopral, with a 2-bagger, is at second with nobody out. He's the tying run, and that'll bring up first baseman Dave Murray. Murray in with 6 hits. No home runs and 5 RBIs. He's batting at .231 from Steubenville High School, senior to be. So Lucas will work from the stretch with Kopral in scoring position at second and nobody down. First pitch from Robbie is popped down the third baseline behind third, in foul territory. Rick Grimm will make the catch. So Murray skies to shortstop. Rick Grimm for the first out of the inning, as Grimm called off third baseman Tommy Horn and made the catch in foul territory about 15 feet behind third base. That'll bring up Kevin Janeski, the right fielder from Catholic Central. Kevin with 5 hits and 14 at-bats, hitting .357. In with no home runs and 3 RBIs, and he takes the first Lucas pitch high for a ball.
Lucas has a tendency to work fast, John.
There's a fastball that caught the corner. The throw back to second almost picked Kopral off as Grimm got in behind him, but was not able to handle Kevin McGrath's throw. The count is even at 1-1 to Kevin Janeski. Kopral with a leadoff double is at second now with 1 out.
When Lucas is pitching well, John, he will work very fast and usually gets into a fast rhythm.
Next pitch is low for a ball. It's 2-1 to Kevin Janeski. Infield sort of shaded to right, and center fielder Kessner about 2 steps into right center. Lucas stretches. The 2-1 pitch is popped straight up behind the dish. McGrath is coming back, has a play, and he can't handle it, as the ball spun back on him and over his head. Very tough play for the catcher.
Definitely very tough, especially playing here for the first time and not really knowing the distance between the home plate and the backstop. That ball was definitely catchable. He just overran it, John. As you said, it had backspin on it, and just fell a little bit short of where McGrath was.
Are we going to rule that an air, official scorekeeper?
No, I don't.
John Phillips and Russ Galbraith's talking about that play, and we're going to wait a little bit here. 2-2 delivered to Janeski. Side-on fastball, line into the hole. Grimm knocks it down. He saves a run. It's an infield single by Kevin Janeski, but a fine play by Ricky Grimm prevented the run from scoring as the ball was lined into the third base hole. Grimm was cheating over towards second, got his hand on the ball, Joe, almost made a fine play, but I don't even think he could have made a play anywhere.
No, I don't think so, John. He did all that he could do, and that was knock the ball down, keep the run from scoring, and that might be a big play for Toronto in this particular inning because it did save a run thus far. First and third, 1 man out.
And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, center fielder Larry Mettenberger, hitting at .417. He's 5 for 12. Left-handed batter, takes the pitch down low for ball 1. Runners at the corner, 1 out here. Janeski at first and Kopral at third. Kopral with a 2-bagger to lead the inning off. Janeski with the infield single. Mettenberger took the first pitch for a ball. Lucas stretches. Fastball is up high for ball 2. So Lucas behind on lefty Larry Mettenberger.
Steubenville, I believe, is going to make him throw strikes at this particular point, John.
Tommy Horn way up at third. Lucas moves the first. Diving back in safely is Janeski. 1-0. Toronto on top. But Steubenville threatening here in the bottom half of the second. Lucas stretches.
Contact there.
There's a strike on the inside corner. Mettenberger, Larry, brother of Bernie Mettenberger.
1 strike.
The hitter, 2-1.
In this situation, John, as a hitter, all you're looking to do is put the ball in play and make the defense do something.
2-1 pitch is high and outside, and it's 3-1 to Larry Mettenberger. Let's check the stats. Larry's played in 8 games, batted 12 times, and he's walked 6 times. He's tied with Baldwin and Rory for the lead in bases on balls. There's a pitch fouled back on the 3-1 pitch. The pitcher's pitch, and Mettenberger thought he liked it and fouled it back. The count is now full at 3-2. Let's see if Kevin Janeski will go on the full count pitch with 1 down and runners at first and third.
I think they might, John, to stay out of the double play and give the opportunity to score the run here.
Here comes the pitch. He got him swinging. Big strikeout for Robbie Lucas.
Runner was not going at first, so as a result, we're still at first and
Now
third.
that
And,
pitcher, number 10.
McCutcheon
Greg
can help his
McCutcheon.
cause out here a little
McCutcheon.
bit with a single or get the ball in play somewhere and force an error on the part of Toronto. Scores 1-0 at this point, Toronto leading Steubenville.
Greg McCutcheon is the hitter. He's batted 5 times. He's hitless. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 1. Let's see if Chuck Watt has Kevin Janeski going here with the pitcher up and the possibility of not getting the hit being there. A 1-0 pitch. The runner's going. It's high. McGrath's throw is down to second, and it is not in time. Kopral holds at third. Stolen base, Janeski. Good throw, a little high, but Janeski had a good break, and he steals second.
had a real good jump that time, John, and McGrath made the play rather close at second base. Got a good jump off of Lucas that time. Lucas will now work from the windup instead of the stretch.
Kopral held at third. The 1-1 pitch. Outside and low, ball 2 to Greg McCutcheon. Steubenville threatening here in the bottom half of the second. Runners at second, third with 2 down. Lucas with a full windup. Fastball is chopped to shortstop. 4 hops. Grimm is up. Fields throws on and got it. Nice play by Ricky Grimm on a tough hopping ball to short. McCutcheon is retired 6-3 in the inning for Steubenville. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left. And at the end of 2, Toronto 1, Steubenville nothing.
He played. He had to charge, catch that ball right at the edge of the grass, and make a good throw.
Scardina, a strikeout victim his first time, pops one into short right field. Nodianos going back. He's making the call, and he makes the catch in short right field, right in front of Kevin Janeski. So Scardina, first ball hitting, pops out to the second baseman. 1 up and 1 down here in the Toronto third. That'll bring up Robbie Lucas, who grounded out Rory to Murray to end the first inning. 1-0 Toronto. 1 out here in the third.
That's 4 Toronto hitters who have swung at the first pitch, and I know Lucas likes to swing at the first pitch.
And he does, and he pops one down the left field line, way up, going over. Davis making the call. He and Kopral almost collide, but Robbie Davis makes the catch, going away from the diamond in foul territory. So 2 pitches, 2 up and 2 down.
You know, John, to a lot of fans, that looks sort of just like a routine play, but the shortstop in that particular case has got to worry about the third baseman, the left fielder. There has to be communications on that play, and Davis ran a long way for that ball. He was a good 90 feet down the line and in behind third base, and that's not a routine play by any means.
Rick Grimm singled his first time up. 2 up and 2 down. There's a called strike. So 3 pitches and 3 strikes thrown by Greg McCutcheon. Usually the outfielder will make that play. He'll call the infielder off. Evidently there was, they didn't hear each other, but Davis did make the play and avoided the collision. 0-1 pitch is a let-up by McCutcheon. First time he's used that pitch. It's outside and it's 1-1.
Just a little bit of a change off of his fastball. I don't think it's a breaking pitch. I just think it's a straight change in speed.
Ricky Grimm, senior to be at Jefferson Union. It is outside for a ball. Grimm looks at it closely. Count is now 2-1 to the right-handed batting shortstop.
Rather deep in the batter's box. Had a good year this year for JU.
Scored the only run of the game, and he drives one up the middle. Lucas is over, makes the nice play, and on to Murray. Fine play by shortstop Robbie Davis, as he glided near second, scooped it up, and threw out Rick Grimm on a fine play. So Grimm is retired short to first, 6-3 if you're scoring. 3 up and 3 down in the inning. Nothing across at the end of 2.5. Toronto post 86-1. Steubenville post 33-0.
And ground balls to their left and right. Davis making a nice play on a fly ball down the left field line. Good ball game.
Lucas to Baldwin. First pitch is down low for a ball. Johnny, the leadoff batter in the first, grounded out short to first.
Being down 1-0, you want to get this leadoff man on.
Baldwin takes a strike, 1-1. As Joe mentioned earlier and alluded to, Johnny Baldwin makes you throw strikes.
That time Lucas came with his fastball and split the heart of the play.
He leads post 33 along with Rory and Larry Mettenberger with 6 walks in the first 9 games. The pitch is inside and hit him. So he'll be aboard on the hit batsman. The curveball hung inside, and Baldwin could not get away from it, so he's at first with nobody out. And Bill Rory, the batter. Rory walked in the first. He's an excellent bunter, has 4 sacrifices to his credit this year, leads the team in RBIs with 8, and he'll be coming to the dish with teammate Johnny Baldwin at first, and nobody down here in the top half or in the bottom half of the third, with Toronto leading 1-0.
As a leadoff man, John, you got to sacrifice your body sometimes, and that pitch got away from Lucas. I'm sure that he did not have any intention of hitting him. Curveball that just didn't break, and as a result, Steubenville has the leadoff man on.
And Rory is up in the box, and he shows bunt, and he offers, and it's a ball strike, throw down to first, and he just got back in safe. Kevin McGrath with a good, strong throw. It appeared that Ty Allen did not get the tag down on Johnny Baldwin, who hook slid towards right field. Nice throw by McGrath, though.
Very nice throw, John. When I said they got him, the ball was there, and I agree with you. McGrath was a little bit late, and where Allen was a little bit late in putting the tag down. Third baseman in tight for Toronto.
0-1 pitch is bunted down the first base side and foul. So Lucas ahead in the count, 0-2 to Billy Rory.
No balls.
Kevin McGrath is a possessor of an excellent arm and a very accurate arm. As I told you, I did one earlier Toronto Legion game, but did a number of Toronto high school games, and he was only a sophomore this year, and he has an outstanding and accurate arm.
Very good arm. Baldwin has to wait until that ball is down before he jumps off that far, and I think that's one of the reasons why he almost got picked off.
0-2 delivery, swung on and missed, and Lucas records his third strikeout as he gets Rory swinging. One down in the inning.
It looked to me, John, like Rory might have been looking for a breaking ball, and this is what I meant earlier when I said that Lucas has a sneaky fastball. He will throw it at times you do not think he's going to come with it, and as a result, he catches you looking with it.
Rob Davis, the hitter, flied to right field in the first. There's a strike right down the pipe, overhand fastball. Teammate to teammate, Robbie Lucas to Robbie Davis. Let's see if Baldwin is going here as Rob Davis checks Chuck Watt down at third. Davis, a good handler of the bat. The 0-1 delivery, curveball, a beauty. Called strike number 2. So Lucas went fastball, then curveball to his teammate Robbie Davis, and it's 0-2 to the right-handed batting shortstop.
Had him on his heels that time, John, and that's exactly where, as a pitcher, you want that hitter to be.
Fastball is outside, 1-2. Good waist pitch, almost caught the outside corner.
1-2.
Let's see if Johnny Baldwin is doing something down at first base here on the 1-2 pitch to Davis. Bottom of the third, 1-0.
Again, a lot of room in right center field, and Davis will hit the ball that way.
He's going, the pitch is outside, there's the throw to second, and he's in there. Stolen base, Johnny Baldwin. The throw sailed to the right field side, and second baseman Timmy Ohalek did a good job of catching the ball as it almost got into right center field. Stolen base, Johnny Baldwin.
Very good play that time by Tim Ohalek. He's rubbing up his left arm. As you mentioned, John, he got to the bag on time, but the throw took off on catcher McGrath, and Ohalek had to stretch back and keep the ball from going into right center field. Steubenville has a man on second with one man out here.
2-2 count to Robbie Davis. So a runner in scoring position. Toronto is leading at 1-0 here in the bottom half of the third. Ohalek cheating over, trying to hold Baldwin close. Lucas checks the sign. Here comes the pitch. Driven into right field. It's a base hit down the right field line. It may be extra bases. Baldwin is around third. He will score. Here's a throw into second by Hellyer, and Davis slides in safely ahead of the throw. So Robbie Davis with a two-base hit down the right field line. He took a Lucas fastball, went with it. It was on the outside corner, drove it down the right field line, moved into second with a double, and we're deadlocked at 2.
John, I think that's the biggest improvement that I've noticed in Rob Davis this year. He has become a hitter to all fields. That pitch was definitely out and away from the plate. With 2 strikes, he protected himself, hit it hard down the right field line for a double.
Well, I got excited. We're deadlocked at 1. Lucas's fastball is driven into right center. It's a base hit. Nodianos around first. Davis will score. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and moving on to second on the throw is Mike Nodianos. So Nodianos, who struck out his first time up, took the first pitch, a fastball up tight from Lucas, and drove it into right center field, and he advanced to second as the throw from Brian Hilliard in right center was high, and Davis scores the go-ahead run. It's 2-1, and Nodianos moves on to second on the throw to the plate. That'll bring up Jay Kopral, who doubled back into second. Curveball, beauty. Called strike number 1 from Lucas.
Toronto right fielder committed a cardinal sin there and missed a cutoff man. The Steubenville base runner advanced to second base, and now they have the third possible run at second.
Fastball on the outside corner for called strike 2 to Jay Kopral. RBI singles RBI double by Davis, RBI single Nodianos. 2-1 Steubenville, bottom of the third. The 0-2 pitch. Sawed him off on the hands, down to third base. Lucas off the mound makes a nice play, and on to Ty Allen for the out at first. I'm not sure if Tommy Horn could have made that play. Robbie Lucas, a cat off the mound, backhanded it between the third base line, halfway to the pitcher's mound, and made a strong throw to Ty Allen. Kopral retired. Pitcher to first baseman for out number 2. Dave Murray now the hitter.
Toronto third baseman, I agree with you, John, would have definitely had trouble making that play. Lucas definitely helped his cause in that particular situation. 2 down now.
Murray popped to short his first time up. There's a curveball on the outside corner. Lucas going a lot more to the curveball here in the bottom of the third. Toronto now trails it 2-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball is low and outside. 1-1 the count. Evens to David Murray. Right-handed hitting first baseman.
Overhand fastball that time, John. He'll come from the side as well.
Nodianos at third with 2 out. Foul back to the right side. The count is now 1-2, and Lucas ahead on the count to Dave Murray. Nodianos moved on to third on that infield out by Jay Kopral.
I would almost bet my house this is a breaking pitch.
Fastball outside, a waste pitch. Well, you just lost your
My
house.
house. Move the furniture on the patio. It's time to leave.
2-2 to Dave Murray. Well, we've been wrong many times. There's the curveball. Got him swinging.
One late. One too late.
One too late. You just lost your house. Murray goes down swinging, however, a profitable inning for post 33. In the inning, we had 2 runs coming on 2 hits. There were no errors in the inning, and there was 1 runner left at the end of 3. Steubenville 2, Toronto 1, and we'll be back.
Toronto post 86.
And he sacrificed his first time up in the 2nd inning, and there's a call strike. First pitch from Greg McCutcheon. Ohalek set up the first and only run for post 86 with a fine sacrifice.
Timmy, a former player of mine, right field hitter, John. He'll hit the ball to right center field.
0-1 pitch, beautiful curveball by McCutcheon, taken for a called strike number 2.
The times that McCutcheon has thrown the breaking ball, it has looked very sharp.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, 2-1. McCutcheon's only victory of the season was over Toronto post 86. 1-2 to count. 5-2 in the first meeting between these 2 fine squads. 1-2 pitch is chopped foul back to the screen.
That was a breaking ball. Tim just hung in there, got a piece of it, got life at the plate. He too is looking to get on base here as the leadoff man, get something started for Toronto. 2 strikes on, got to protect up there and get the bat on the ball.
1-2 delivery, led up, grounded to short. Davis charges, it goes off of his glove, and it's going to be an error on the shortstop. Ohalek is aboard. First error of the ball game. Davis caught the in-between hop. It bounced off of his glove, and Timmy Ohalek is on with nobody out, and that'll bring up Kevin McGrath. McGrath, first time, single, and it scored Ricky Grimm with the only Toronto run. He has the RBI for post 86.
Well, I lost my house on the last bet, John. I might as well lose some more. I definitely got to believe that Toronto is going to be bunting in this situation.
Well, that's
I
a
gotta even it
gimme.
up, John.
That's a gimme bet there,
Got to
Joe.
even it up, John.
They might hit and run. Let's see what happens. McGrath squares the bunt, but does not offer as the pitch is outside. On deck, Ty Allen, the first baseman, as McGrath steps out and checks Coach Dave Grimm, the manager, down at third. Goes through a series of signs. The bunt probably is still on.
McGrath is well up in the batter's box.
Fastball taken, steal, throw to second, bounces in the dirt, and he's safe. Davis could not hold it. It appeared that he had him, but the ball bounced. Davis could not come up with it, and it's a stolen base. So they took the bunt off and went with a straight steal, and Ohalek steals second base. He's at second with nobody out. He's the tying run. And the count is even at 1-1 as the pitch was taken by Kevin McGrath for a strike. So now a sacrifice would still be in order here with a runner in scoring position at second and nobody out.
It appeared to me that Davis got to the bag a little bit late on that play. Although he's playing well in the hole, he was a little bit late getting Baldwin's throw.
Curveball is driven deep into left field. Kopral back. It may be out of here. No, it's off the fence. It'll be at least a double. Ohalek trots in with a tying run, and pulling up at second is Kevin McGrath with a 2-bagger off the bottom of the fence in deep left field. Kevin McGrath has driven in his second run of the game, and we're tied at 2. He's at second with nobody out.
That McGrath showed very good power on that particular double to left field. Kopral went to the fence, it hit off the bottom of the fence to his left, and Toronto has tied this game up and has the lead run at second at this time.
That's 2 ropes hung out by Kevin McGrath. His first hit was a line drive right up the middle.
Attention media, that's another run.
Fastball is chopped down to third off of Rory's glove. Davis picks it up, will have no play as Allen reaches first. We'll wait for an official ruling on that play.
E5.
I'll go along with that. What about John Phillips?
E5, unanimous.
E5. We looking on the video replay there, Mr. Blackburn? No video replay? Mr. Blackburn is videotaping this game, and we rule it in air. No video replay, though, Joe.
I don't think we need one for that one, John. Even you could tell that.
Oh, thank you very much, partner. 2 on, nobody out. Tommy Horn, the batter. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. Horn, the first time, got an infield single, and he's 1 for 1, and he might be up there to sacrifice. We're tied at 2-2, a run in here in the inning, and runners at first and second. McCutcheon stretches. Horn will bunt it and foul down the first base side.
McCutcheon came with the breaking ball that time. The ball was breaking down and away from him, and as a result, the Toronto batter just fouled it off.
I think 1-1.
We have no balls and 2 strikes, I believe, on the hitter.
No balls, 2 strikes.
So I think the sacrifice might be off here, but Toronto in business here in the 4th inning. As McCutcheon in trouble, a run in and 2 runners on. McGrath at second and Allen at first. Curveball is outside, just missed. 1-2.
Good location with that pitch. The batter had a notion laid off of it, and I look for him to come back with the fastball here. Dave Kessner on deck for Toronto, post 86.
Horn keeps looking down at his third base coach. Here comes a 1-2 delivery. Fastball on the hands. It's driven into right field. Coming on is Kevin Janeski and makes a belt-high catch as he battled the sun. The fastball was on the hands. Horn drove it hard to right, but right at Janeski, who came in about 5 steps and made the catch.
John, I was watching the runner at second, McGrath,
One
and,
out.
for Toronto. As soon as that ball was hit, he took off, and then Coach Grimm held him up and got him back to second base. And
Now batting.
certainly don't want to commit a mental
Kessler.
mistake at that particular time, and that's exactly what it would have been, was a mental mistake.
That'll bring up center fielder Davey Kessner, who drew a walk back in the second when Toronto stranded the bases loaded, although they scored a run. Runners at first and second, Allen at first and McGrath at second. To the left-handed batter, Davey Kessner. McCutcheon checks the sign from Baldwin. Kessner bunts down the third baseline. It's a beauty. Picked up by Baldwin. His throw on to Murray is in time. It's a sacrifice for Davey Kessner. The runners, McGrath moves to third, Allen to second. There are 2 down here in the inning, and that'll bring up leadoff batter Brian Hellyer. But he's being called back, and we're going to have a pinch hitter. Hellyer was 0 for 2. Pinch hitter coming out of the Toronto dugout.
24.
Derek Ohalek.
And that will be Derek Ohalek from Toronto, Ohio. Pitcher outfielder. So Derek Ohalek.
Derek Ohalek.
Pinch hitting. Number 24, Derek Ohalek.
John, I'd just like to mention
Ohalek.
on that particular bunt by Kessner, John Baldwin made a real nice play, got out in fair position, scooped the ball up, and then I also noticed Dave Murray did a very smart thing down at first base. He put his right arm out signaling for the ball to be inside and not thrown down the baseline into the runner. So just a couple of basic fundamental things that win or lose ball games for you. If Baldwin throws that ball into the runner, Toronto has the bases loaded.
We're tied at 2-2. However, Toronto has runners at second and third, and here's pinch hitter Derek Ohalek, and he drives one deep to left, but foul into the Toronto bullpen. Toronto bullpen located in deep left field, Steubenville bullpen out in right field, and we've got pitchers warming up. Todd Gregorczyk in the Steubenville pen, and I think it's Jimmy Hiltz in the Toronto pen. 0-1 pitch is a curveball up high, gets away from Baldwin. Here comes the runner, Kevin McGrath, and he's going to score. Toronto takes a 3-2 lead on the pass ball. The curveball was up high. Johnny Baldwin had a glove on it, but could not hold it. So the sacrifice by Kessner pays off as McGrath at third scores on the pass ball.
John, I believe there was a mix-up in the signals that particular time. Baldwin and McCutcheon now talking it over. I saw Baldwin motion him back for a little conference, and it looked to me that Baldwin was looking for something other than what he received, and that ball just sailed right over his glove.
So all runs in this inning will be unearned as Timmy Ohalek scored the first run of the inning. He got aboard on an error, and now the pass ball forces the second run in. Allen moves on to third. The count is 1-1 to Ohalek. Fastball is outside, and it's 2-1 to Derek. Derek pinch hitting for Brian Hellyer, and probably will move into right field.
Base hit for Toronto here would be a big insurance run.
Pitch is in and on a fist, swung on and missed. Ohalek could not handle that inside fastball, and the count is even at 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's where McCutcheon, if he has confidence, could come with the breaking ball.
The wind, the pitch, fastball is chopped to third. Rory is up. His long throw on to Murray is in time for the third out of the inning. However, a profitable one for Toronto post 86,
Two errors, one
as the inning showed 2 runs coming on 1 hit. There were 2 errors in the inning and 1 runner left. And at the end of 3.5, Toronto is crawled back on top. They lead it 3-2, and we'll be back. And the switch in positions, Timmy Ohalek will move into right field from second base. Leading off the bottom half of the 4th for Steubenville is Kevin Janeski. Kevin, his first time up, had an infield single to deep short. First pitch to Kevin was high for a ball. Lucas's next pitch is low for a ball, so it's 2-0 to leadoff batter Janeski. The 7-8-9 hitters, Janeski, Mettenberger, and McCutcheon to face Robbie Lucas, with Toronto leading 3-2. 2-0 pitch is taken for a called strike, 2-1.
Lucas had quite a rest that inning, John, about 10-12 minutes sitting on the bench, and it'll be interesting to see if he can maintain his composure.
2-1 delivery, fouled back to the screen. It's 2-2. The count is even to Kevin Janeski, left-handed batting right fielder from Catholic Central. 3-2 if you've just joined us here in the bottom half of the 4th. Coming upon the 7 o'clock hour after this game, the Pirates will follow right here on 1340 WSTV. The 2-2 delivery. Oops, it hit him. The breaking ball got away inside, and Lucas has hit his second batter as he picked off Johnny Baldwin to lead off the 3rd inning, and Baldwin came around to score the first Steubenville run.
Well, Steubenville down 2, got the leadoff man on. We have, who is this batter, John?
This is Larry Mettenberger, the number 8 hitter. He struck out his first time. 3-2 the score here in the bottom half of the 4th from Vaccaro Field on the campus of the University of Steubenville. Mettenberger squares the bunt, and Larry pops it back to the screen.
Pitch looked like it was ball 1 on the inside, although Mettenberger did get the bat on it. He fouled it back to the screen. Mettenberger is up in the batter's box, which indicates that he could be bunting in this situation. Toronto thinks so. They're in at 3rd, and first baseman, of course, is holding.
Lucas stretches, the pitch is bunted, popped up, and nobody could get to it. 3 Toronto players, third baseman Horn, pitcher Lucas, and diving catcher Kevin McGrath could not get to it down the third baseline.
Real nice play by McGrath, real nice effort that time on the part of all 3 Toronto players. McGrath looked to be the closest and just missed getting that ball.
Well, the count is 0-2 to left-handed batting Larry Mettenberger, the number 8 hitter. The pitch is just outside for a ball. 1-2 to count.
1 ball.
At first, Kevin Janeski, nobody down here in the Steubenville half of the 4th inning. Toronto leads it 3-2.
Want to make some contact in this situation, move that runner up, John.
Janeski with a good lead. Fastball driven right up the middle off the second base bag. It's a base hit. Janeski around second will pull up as Kessner quickly fields it. It appeared that Ricky Grimm may have had a shot at fielding that ball. He could have stepped on second and threw it to first, but the ball hit the bag and bounced into center field. So Mettenberger delivers a single, and that'll bring up pitcher Greg McCutcheon. 2 on and nobody down here in the bottom half of the 4th, with Toronto leading 3-2.
That was a legitimate base hit, John. The ball was well hit right up the middle, and if it wouldn't have hit the bag, it would have definitely gone into center field. Actually, it was a bad break for Steubenville, as much as the runner could have possibly went to third if it had gone through.
Well, I thought Grimm might have had a shot at it, but I may be wrong. McCutcheon offers the bunt and misses it. Strike 1. Steubenville looking for the sacrifice here with 2 on and nobody out. Janeski at second and Larry Mettenberger at first.
Coach Watt hollering from third base, bunt, strikes.
McCutcheon bunts to strike and fouls it. 0-2 to Greg McCutcheon, who grounded out short to first, back in the second. So it's 0-2 to pitcher Greg McCutcheon, who's trying to help his own cause. As in the 4th inning, Toronto scored 2 unearned runs for the benefit of only 1 hit and 2 Steubenville errors and a pass ball.
And several successful sacrifices, we might add.
0-2 is driven into left center. It may hang up, though, and it does. And a nice play out there in left field made by the Toronto left fielder, Joe Scardina. His throw back to second is not in time to Donnie Raymer trying to double up Kevin Janeski. McCutcheon hit it hard. However, the ball hung up for left fielder Scardina, out number 1 in the inning, and that'll bring up catcher Johnny Baldwin, who is 0 for 1. He grounded to short to lead the game off, then was hit with a pitch in 3rd inning and scored the first Steubenville run.
One thing that we can say about Baldwin, we know that he's going to battle up there. He's an experienced Legion player, he's an experienced high school player, and he's going to make Lucas get him out with his pitch, and if at all possible, he's not going to get him out.
Fastball is a beauty right down the pipe as Lucas coming overhand, getting that fastball in on Johnny Baldwin, who took it.
John has real good power. He's a pull hitter. He's a dead pull hitter.
Curveball outside corner, strike 2. Another beautiful pitch by Lucas. 2 on, 1 out. Steubenville trying to get the tying run in. 3-2 Toronto here in the bottom half of the 4th from Vaccaro Field. A beautiful evening for baseball. The 0-2 pitch, sidearm fastball, got him swinging. Lucas with 3 fine pitches. Records his 4th strikeout of the game, and that's a big one. Out number 2 brings up Billy Rory, who walked in the 1st on 4 straight pitches and struck out back in the 3rd.
I believe that was Lucas's best sequence of pitches that he's thrown. Fastball, curveball, and fastball.
Fastball down low to Rory, as Ross Galabries points out. Strikeout number 5. Thank you, Ross. I missed one in there, but it was a big one anyway. 1-0 pitch to Billy Rory. Fastball fouled straight back to the screen. The count is even at 1-1. Steubenville trying to plate the tying run. Janeski's at second. He led the inning off by getting hit with a pitch, and then he moved to second on Mettenberger's single. But since then, Lucas has got McCutcheon on a liner to the left and struck out Baldwin on 3 pitches. There's the curveball, popped foul down the right field line. Allen going over, has the play and makes the catch. Ty Allen with an over-the-shoulder catch retires Billy Rory on a pop down the right field line, and Lucas, after surrendering a single and a hit batsman, retires the next 3 men in order and strands 2 in the inning for post 33. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left. And at the end of 4, Toronto leads it 3-2. The 2-3-4 hitters, Joe Scardina, Rob Lucas, and Rick Grimm, to face righty Greg McCutcheon.
I believe this is a big inning right here, John, because Steubenville has a meat of their order coming up the next inning. If they can hold Toronto, they've got a possibility to get back in this game.
First pitch is fouled over the right side and over the press box by Joe Scardina. He's 0 for 2. Joe, right-handed batting left fielder from Jefferson Union, struck out in the 1st and popped to second in the 3rd. Curveball is inside. Scardina with a funny type of batting stance as he opens his stance and he leans and crouches quite a bit.
Yes, he does, John. He seems to have pretty good bat speed, though, which is what really counts.
Holds the bat straight as he chops one. It's a high chopper. It's going to be a tough play. McCutcheon fields, throws on, and not in time. Joe Scardina with good speed beats the hit out. A chopper down the 3rd baseline that McCutcheon had to leap for, and Scardina beats it out. So he's at first with nobody out here to lead the 5th off. That'll bring up Rob Lucas. Lucas doing a fine job pitching, is 0 of 2, rounded to 3rd and popped to short.
That was a real tough play. That's just one of those. You've got to stand there and wait till it comes down and hope that you can get the man at first. And unfortunately for Steubenville, they didn't get him. Lucas tries to sacrifice bunt and does not, and fouls it off behind Baldwin's catcher.
Toronto very successful with their sacrifices as they used 1 in the 2nd inning and 1 here, or 1 in the 4th inning, and both of those sacrifices helped them get their 3 runs. The 0-1 delivery to Lucas is a curveball, fouled back to the screen. That was hit and run that time as Scardina took off. The pitch was a ball, but protecting the runner, Lucas fouled it off 0-2.
Yeah, a lot of people sitting here watching the ball game wonder why a batter would swing at that pitch, and it was an obvious hit and run situation, and the batter's job in that situation is to protect that runner, which Lucas did, even if it means swinging at a bad pitch.
I mentioned 2 Toronto sacrifices. They've had 3 sacrifices. The 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball, wild pitch, gets away, back to the screen, and Scardina is at second. He makes a big turn, as from the home plate to the screen, I gotta believe, is about 40 to 50 feet. So when you throw one away, your runner is definitely going to advance, and Scardina almost went to 3rd as he moves to 2nd on the wild pitch.
Playing at this field, John, with the dimensions that it has down the foul lines and behind home plate, you have to have a good catcher.
The breaking ball was outside in the dirt and not handled by Baldwin. A tough pitch to handle. 1-2. Fastball is chopped down to third. Rory is deep. He fields it. His throw is going to be low. Murray cannot handle it. It gets away. Scardina is around third. He's going to try to score. Nope, they hold him up. However, Lucas moves on to second.
E5.
Air 5
E5.
on Billy Rory. The throw was into the dirt. And first baseman David Murray was not able to scoop it up. Scardina holds it third as he moves from second, and Lucas moves all the way around to second. Third Steubenville error of the game, and Chuck Watt is out. And this could be all for Greg McCutcheon. The batter will be cleanup hitter Ricky Grimm, who's 1 for 2.
John, if we look back in this inning, Toronto really has not hit the ball hard at all. In fact, I don't think they've gotten the ball out of the infield, and that's not to say anything negative. It just means that they're making contact, which they're up there to do, getting the ball in play, forcing the defense to do just that, play defense, and Steubenville hasn't been able to come up with the play in this inning.
Now Chuck Watt is talking with his pitcher, McCutcheon, along with Johnny Baldwin and second baseman Mike Nodianos. McCutcheon will stay in, but he's in a big hole with Lucas at second and Scardina at third. Nobody out here in the Toronto fifth, and post 86 leads Steubenville 3-2.
John, I look for him to walk around. Load the bases up, maybe get a force at any base. Maybe not, though.
Good thinking. The infield is up. Here's the stretch, and Joe Nolan called it. He's 2 for 3. That's it. They're going to put him on. It's going to be an intentional walk.
Grimm, I definitely believe, is probably one of Toronto's best hitters. That's a wild pitch.
And Scardina breaks for the plate. There's a throw. It's going to be close, and he got him. Nice tag by Greg McCutcheon as he laid the ball down, and Joe Scardina slid right into the tag. Johnny Baldwin got out of the chute quickly, made a perfect throw to Greg McCutcheon to record the big out. So on an intentional pass, it was a wild pitch. Scardina broke for home. I didn't think they could get him. Baldwin made a perfect throw. The throw was early. McCutcheon laid the glove down, and Scardina slid right into it.
It had to be a perfect throw, John, because Scardina got a pretty good jump down the line. Baldwin, as you mentioned, got a good jump out of the Chesney box. And baseball's a crazy game. Here they are. They try to put the man on intentionally and end up getting an out of it.
Moving to third was Robbie Lucas. So he's at third with 1 out, 2 balls on the batter. Now they're going to pitch to him. And Grimm fouls it back to the right side. 2-1 to Rick. I thought the tag was excellent by McCutcheon, a pitcher showing that he can play. He caught the ball in time. The throw was low. He just laid it there, and the runner slid right into the tag. 1 out here in the fourth, or in the fifth.
With a hook slid, I think he would have beat him. Squeeze.
And the bunt is dropped down, and it's a perfect suicide squeeze by Grimm. The throw on the first by Baldwin is in time. However, Rick Grimm with a sacrifice squeeze bunt on the suicide gets the RBI, his first of the game, and Toronto is now up 4-2. Very fine squeeze bunt. That's the 4th sacrifice for Toronto, and all of their bunts have ended up scoring runs for them.
Yes, John, it's a very, very big part of the game and something that Steubenville has lived with for many a year. I've got to give a lot of credit to Coach Grimm in that situation for calling that play, because I think he caught Steubenville by surprise.
Very good call. There's a fastball inside to number 5 hitter Timmy Ohalek. Timmy is 0 for 1. He sacrificed and got on an air and scored a run. 4-2 Toronto on the squeeze bunt. Fastball driven to straightaway center field. Larry Mettenberger in his tracks makes the play. Ohalek, Timmy hit it hard, but straight at center fielder Larry Mettenberger. However, in the inning for Toronto, 1 run coming on 1 hit. There was 1 Steubenville error in the inning, 1 runner left at the end of 4.5. Toronto post 86, 4. Steubenville post 33, 2. Well, here's the first pitch. It's high for a ball that he has copied a lot of his baseball coaching style from Ange Vaccaro, and it's evident today. Hit and run, bunting, squeezing, stolen bases. Second pitch to Davis is a strike, a breaking ball. The count evens at 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Davis the last time took an outside fastball to right field for a double.
He's 1 for 2. Line down the right field line for that double and flied to deep right back in the first. Next pitch is inside. It's 2-1 to Robbie Davis. Davis drives 1 to short. Nice big hop for Rick Grimm. His throw on to Ty Allen is in time to retire Robbie Davis for the first out of the inning. One up and one down here in the bottom of the fifth, with Toronto leading 4-2.
Bears are starting to get into the game a little bit here, John, as it winds down. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The Steubenville fans chanting, "Let's go blue," and of course the Toronto fans cheering on their post-86 team.
Next batter is Mike Nodianos. First pitch gets away from catcher Kevin McGrath back to the screen for a ball. Nodi is 1 for 2, single and a strikeout and an RBI.
Lucas has slowed down a little bit as far as his pitching behavior is concerned, and as much as he's not working as fast as he did earlier in the game.
The 0-1 pitch is outside, ball 2.
Bottom of the 5.
4-2, bottom of the fifth, 2 balls and no strikes.
There's a called strike. Nodianos taking all the way. 2-1 to count on Michael. On deck, Jay Kopral, the left fielder.
I look for Steubenville to take some pitches here and try to get some runners on.
Curveball swung on and missed. Nodianos now at 2-2. Lucas coming back from a 2-0 count.
Sign of a competitor, down 2 balls and no strikes, comes back and evens the count.
He pops one down the first baseline. Ty Allen in foul territory, shading his eyes, and makes the easy play, out number 2. Nodianos pops to Allen at first. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth, with Toronto leading at 4-2. Jay Kopral doubled in the second and grounded out pitcher to first base back in the third. So he's 1 for 2.
Other than the 1 inning, Steubenville has really not hurt Lucas very much, John.
Curveball driven into right center field. It's in the gap. It's going to be extra bases for Jay Kopral. He's around first. It rolls all the way to the track, picked up by Timmy Ohalek. He rallies into Donnie Raymer, but not before Jay Kopral has his second 2-bagger, this one to right center field. So he's 2 for 3, both doubles. He is at second with 2 out, and David Murray, 0 for 2, the batter, popped to short and struck out back in the third.
I like the way the Kopral youngster handles the bat. He's very aggressive up there, takes a good cut, and has hit the ball hard 2 out of the 3 times.
First pitch is a called strike to David Murray. 4-2 Toronto here in the bottom half of the fifth.
This is a big run for Steubenville out there, and Coach Grimm is coming out to talk to Lucas at this time.
And we have a break in the action here at Vaccaro Field. Just a lovely, lovely evening. If you're wondering about the Pirates, they're getting ready to start in about 15 minutes at Three Rivers, going for their 4th straight victory over the Chicago Cubs. It will be John Candelaria against Chuck Rainey, and we'll have that game for you after the conclusion of this game. We'll be back tomorrow evening, the first night game at Vaccaro Field, as Weirton comes to town to face Post 33. Airtime will be 7:20. Game will start at 7:30. The conference is over. Lucas gets his sign from McGrath. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed as he's ahead of David Murray, 0-2.
Kind of looks to me like maybe Coach Grimm told him, stay with the breaking ball on Murray. If you walk him, you walk him, and we don't want to hit one out of here.
0-2 pitch on the hands, popped down the left field line. Grimm going over in foul territory, and Rick Grimm makes the play behind third down the left field line. So 2 pop-ups in the inning as Nodianos popped the first, and Murray skies down the left field line to shortstop Rick Grimm. In the inning for Steubenville, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left at the end of 5. Toronto 4, Steubenville 2.
That would be something we'll be looking for.
McGrath's single went straight up the middle, and his double went down the left field line against the fence. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Greg McCutcheon.
A lot of the Toronto players have swung at the first pitch tonight.
Curveball is outside. The count evens at 1-1 to Kevin McGrath. A double and a single and 2 RBIs for the junior to be at Toronto High School. Excellent receiver. 1-1 pitch. Fastball, a grass cutter to third. Rory up on to Murray with a good stretch. And McGrath is retired for the first time this evening. 5-3 for the first out of the inning. Ty Allen comes to bat. He's 0 for 1. He's sacrificed and reached on an error. 4-2 Toronto here. A quick moving game. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. McCutcheon and Lucas in a pitcher's duel. Errors have hurt McCutcheon, though. He's given up 4 runs, but only 1 of them has been earned. Allen looks like he wanted to bunt, but takes a pitch down low for a ball.
You might mention A nice crowd on hand here this evening, John, enjoying the fine facilities here at the first year Vaccaro Field.
Fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. The count is even to Ty Allen, right-handed hitting first baseman from Beaver Loco. On deck, third baseman Tommy Horn. A 1-1 delivery from Greg McCutcheon. Good fastball, and Allen did not get it. 1-2.
He was definitely behind on that fastball, John. Appears to need a little confidence up there, has his head hanging a little bit. He needs to be a little bit more aggressive at the plate.
A hit on the delivery. Here comes McCutcheon's 1-2 pitch. Let up, driven deep to left down the line, but it's curving foul. One bounce against the fence, so the count holds at 1-2 as the breaking ball hung inside, and Ty Allen's eyes lit up as he drove it deep to left, but he was too early on it.
When you're a hitter up there and you see that hanging curveball, it just looks like a basketball instead of a baseball, and good hitters will take advantage of that situation all the time.
1-2 to count on Ty Allen. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. Good cut that time by Ty Allen as Ross Galabreese was ducking on that one. Why are you ducking, Ross? We got a fence in front of us.
It almost made it over, Jay.
He said it almost made it over. If it gets into here, baby, we in trouble.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2
McCutcheon has handled Allen with the fastball the first 2 times up, John. I look for him to come with the fastball.
1-2. Outside on the fastball. The count evens at 2-2. One out here in the top half of the 6th. Toronto post 86 leads Steubenville post 33, 4-2. 2-2 pitch. Grounder to short. Davis charges, gets the big hop on to Murray. Allen is retired, 6-3. So 2 groundouts here in the 6th, 2 up and 2 down. The batter Tommy Horn, an infield single back in the 2nd, and he lying to right fielder Kevin Janeski back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2.
That time Davis charged the ball a little bit quicker and got it on the big hop rather than playing it on the in-between hop like a couple of innings before it led to an error for Steubenville.
First pitch to Horn is fouled straight back and out of play. Jimmy Hiltz warming in the Toronto pen. Steubenville pen is silent at this time.
Yeah, they've got somebody throwing down there.
Mr. Blackburn says they have somebody thrown. We can't see from this.
He's got a better view then. The 0-1 delivery is inside. The breaking ball hung. It's 1-1 to Tommy Horn. On deck is Davey Kestner, the center fielder. We're in the 6th, 4-2 Toronto. First broadcast of the year. Fastball inside. It's 2-1. We'll be on tomorrow night with Weirton. Friday at 6 o'clock again with Toronto visiting the post 33 squad. And then Saturday and Sunday it will be Massillon and Coshocton. Pitch to Horn. There's a 2-hopper to Davis. Davis on to Murray, 6-3, 3 groundouts in the inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Greg McCutcheon. His third 1-2-3 inning as he's retired the side in the 1st, 3rd, and now here in the 6th. Nothing across for Toronto. We move to the bottom half of the 6th. Toronto 4, Steubenville 2.
John, I always believe that this is where you have rallies start at the bottom of the order and then get your big hitters up there.
Janeski is 1 for 1. Single, and he was hit with a pitch. Takes a called strike on a Lucas fastball. First pitch here in the bottom of the 6th. Lucas quickly working. Sidearm delivery. There's a 2-hopper to second baseman Donnie Raymer. He'll go on to Ty Allen, and Janeski is easily retired. 4-3 for the first out of the inning. Lucas with that good hard sidearm fastball.
No doubt, John. The ball moved in on Janeski's hands, and we might also credit the 7 guys behind Lucas. Toronto has played an airless ball this evening and has played with a lot of spirit out there.
Mettenberger 1 for 2, struck out in the 2nd. He takes a called strike and got a single up the middle back in the 4th. 0-1 to Larry Mettenberger. I think he's a switch hitter, batting left-handed. Curveball hangs high and inside. The count evens at 1-1.
Being ahead 2 runs, Lucas does not want to walk anybody. He wants to make Steubenville hit the ball and earn it.
There's a pitch down low. It's 2-1 to Larry Mettenberger. Lucas comes off the 18-foot circle, and you can touch your mouth and outside of the 18-foot circle. One of the rules that's different in high school than in summer league, you can touch your mouth on the rubber in high school, but not in this game. Outside, 3-1. You must be off the circle before you can go to your mouth. If not, it's a ball.
Going to have to challenge him here, John. Make him hit his pitch.
3-1. Called strike on the outside corner. The count is full to Larry Mettenberger.
A little battle here, cat and mouse. Lucas wants to challenge him. Mettenberger looking for a walk.
Chopper up the middle. Lucas barehands it, picks it up, and lobs on to Ty Allen. Nice play by pitcher Robbie Lucas, as he's an outstanding third baseman when he doesn't pitch. He had the barehanded grab. The ball might have caused some trouble up the middle. 2 up and 2 down.
I believe that ball would have gotten into center field, John, had it gotten by Lucas. However, he made a diving stab for it with the bare hand, made the easy play, and appeared to be all right out there.
Well, McCutcheon will leave. He's pitched 6 innings, and the pinch hitter will be Michael Florak. He'll be a junior at Catholic Central next year. He's a left-handed batting pitcher, first baseman, and outfielder. Mike Florak will be pinch hitting. Let's see if we got any stats on Michael.
Now, while you're looking for the stats, I'd have to say that right now Lucas is doing a real excellent job out on the mound. Steubenville has only really put several hits back-to-back in the 1 inning where they scored the 2 runs. Other than that, it's basically been all Lucas and Toronto defense.
Florak's been in 4 games. He's 1 for 6 with a 167 batting average. The first pitch, he pops it right over the Toronto dugout and out of play down the third baseline.
Okay, I have McCutcheon.
So Robbie Lucas, ahead on the count, has retired the first 2 batters here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And he's retired, let's see, 3, 6, 8 of the last 9 batters. He only hit Jay Copperell's double back in the 5th. Fastball hangs outside to count even 1-1 to Mike Florak, pinch hitting for Greg McCutcheon.
That was the down-under fastball.
A 1-1 pitch, the overhand fastball swung on and missed. 1-2, Robbie Lucas ahead on the count.
One thing that he'll do, John, he'll come a little bit sidearm, a little bit over top, a little bit underneath. The batter really never knows where the ball's coming from.
Lucas with the sign. Now the pitch. Fastball way up high. Looked like he overthrew that one, Joe.
Yeah, he
putting a little extra on it.
He tried to jump on that one and look for the strikeout, I think. And all he has to do, I believe, is get the ball around the plate and let his defense work for him. And they performed very well this evening.
Who's that quick-looking ball and bat boy that just ran back to get that pitch?
Well, he eats at my dinner table, so I imagine he belongs to me.
Looks like a Ryan Patrick Nolan, golfer deluxe. We got a challenge match coming up in recent weeks between Ryan Patrick and me.
He said he wants you.
Inside. 3-2 now is the count. Full count.
Full count.
Well, he better do a lot of practicing because I've been out once. I can hack around. Here comes the payoff delivery. Upstairs, ball 4, and Mike Florak gets a walk with 2 down here. In the bottom half of the 6th, he'll be at first with 2 outs, and that'll bring up leadoff batter Johnny Baldwin. That is only, according to my records, and let's see if Ross is right with me, 2 bases on balls for Lucas, although he's hit 2 batters.
15.
You got a runner, 15, running.
And his first walk was to the second hitter in the bottom half of the first, so his control has been good.
Pirro.
Joe Pirro will be running for teammate Mike Florak. Pirro, junior to be at Catholic Central, left-handed batter and thrower. He's an outfielder. He's pinch running for Florak, who got a 2-out walk here, trying to do something for post 33 in the bottom of the 6th as they trail it 4-2. We're waiting for Johnny Baldwin, who had to take his catching equipment off. Baldwin will step to the plate. 1 for 3. Singled back in the 3rd. Scored the first post 33 run. Also stole a base. Struck out back in the 4th. So he's 1 for 3. Checks Chuck Watt at 3rd, who says hit the ball. We need base hits.
2-out walks will give coaches gray hair, John, especially when you're ahead 4-2.
Pirro with a safe lead at first. The pitch is inside for a ball to John Baldwin.
John has a very good eye, and I know that he's going to make Lucas throw strikes.
There's a foul ball out of the glove of Kevin McGrath. The count evens at 1-1. 2 down, bottom of the 6th. Toronto leads at 4-2. They're looking for their first victory ever over Steubenville post 33.
That's right, John. They were unsuccessful in about, what, 7 attempts last year?
About 7 games last year. And the first game this year. Curveball is inside, and it's 2-1 to Baldwin. So after getting Baldwin to foul the last ball off, the pitch is inside, 2-1. You want to make the batter hit the ball in this situation.
No doubt, John. No walks.
Outside in the dirt, ball 3. So
3 balls.
Lucas is behind 3-1 with Pirro pinch running for Florak at first, and 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th, and Toronto up by 2. The stretch, the pitch, fouled back. The count is now full, and Pirro will be running on this pitch.
3 and 2 and 2 outs, as you mentioned, the runner will be moving on the pitch, and I would think that if Lucas walks Baldwin, he is done. I think Ilse is warmed up and ready to come in.
The stretch, and the payoff pitch is on its way, and it's low for ball 4. Baldwin walks. The second walk of the inning. Pirro to second. 2 down to Bill Rory.
Yep. Come on, yeah.
Nobody out of the Toronto dugout. Raymer in to top with his teammate Lucas. Billy Rory is 0 for 2. Walked in the first, struck out in the third, and popped up back in the fifth. Lucas now on target, throws the first pitch in for a strike to Billy Rory.
Good fastball outside corner. Steubenville fans coming alive. If they have any hopes of coming back in this game, this would be an ideal spot. Base hit gets them a run.
2 on, 2 out. There's a liner into left center. It's going to be a base hit. Pirro is around third. He should score. Kessner up. Kessner's throw is cut off by Ty Allen, and scoring is Joey Pirro. Holding at second, Johnny Baldwin, and Billy Rory has delivered a clutch 2-out single, and he gets his first RBI of the game and his 9th of the season, and that brings up dangerous Robbie Davis to face his teammate Robbie Lucas with 2 on and 2 out.
I don't think he's going to face him, John. Here comes Coach Jim. I believe that's going to be all for Rob Lucas. Toronto has a number of players shuffling around in the dugout there. Once again, we point back to the fact that the 2-out walk, and walks will haunt you endlessly if you are a pitcher. The 2-out walk just tapped home plate and scored the third run for Steubenville. And they still have runners in scoring position at second and also at first. And right now they're trying to move them up one at a time. Rob Davis will be the hitter, 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, you mentioned about coaches getting gray hairs. 2 up quickly and 2 down quickly here in the 6th on 2 groundouts, and then the 2 walks and the Bill Rory clutch single.
He's leaving him in, John. I'm a little bit surprised at that move.
Well, maybe he figures he knows Rob Davis well. First pitch to Davis is popped straight back, and John Baldwin, second, was running on the pitch and had third base stolen.
Definitely. Lucas never even gave him a look back there, and he had third base stolen with ease. Although he's really, well, in this ballpark, you are a little bit better off at third than in most places because of the distance behind home plate. So fastball, he could potentially score.
Davis is 1 for 3, a double and an RBI. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just low. The count evens at 1-1.
That's an awfully good-looking pitch. That was very close.
1-1. The pitches on the knees are the tough ones to call. The stretch by Lucas, the delivery. Breaking ball outside, it's 2-1 to Robbie Davis.
Rob has a very good eye and is very conscious of the strike zone up there. He'll hit a strike, John. I don't think he'll hit any bad pitches.
Outside, ball 3. It's 3-1. So 2 walks and a single have plated the third run for Steubenville, and it's 3-1 to Davis with Nodianos on deck.
I believe he's got the green light.
Curveball caught the outside corner. The count is full, and both runners will be moving. 3-2, 2 on, 2 out, 4-3 Toronto, bottom of the 6th. Excitement here at Vaccaro Field in the first game played on the diamond in the regular season.
Gap shot, they might score 2.
Curveball got him swinging. A brilliant pitch by Robbie Lucas. It caught the outside corner. Davis had to go for it, and he swung and missed. And Lucas retires the side with a strikeout, his 6th and the biggest strikeout of the game in the inning for post 33. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 left at the end of 6. Toronto clinging to a 4-3 lead. Third appearance. His record is 0-1. He's pitched 2 1/3 innings, given up 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 5 runs, all earned, and he's given up 4 hits. He's the relief pitcher on for Greg McCutcheon, who did a pretty good job in the 6 innings. Gave up 5 hits, walked only 1, struck out 2, gave up only 1 earned run to the 4.
1 out of the 4, yes. He pitched well enough to win this game, even though he's behind right now. Good bunt
Kessner
by
drops
Kessner.
the bunt. Clark's off the mound. He's going to have to hurry. He gets it on to Murray in term. As I mentioned earlier, Davey Kessner's an excellent bunter. He just didn't get it down the third baseline far enough, and Clark was off the mound to make the play and retires Kessner.
I think Clark, being an infielder the largest majority of the time, helped him on that play because he showed good quickness, came off, got his feet set, and made a very active throw to Dave Murray and got Kessner by a good 2 steps.
Donnie Raymer, his first appearance at the plate is batting .216 for Toronto. No home runs and 3 RBIs. He's playing at second base. Big curveball by Inch Clark is outside for a ball.
Raymer's up on the plate a lot more than any batter that I've noticed this evening, John. He is right on top of the plate, just daring the pitcher to throw the ball on the inside.
He can hit with power. Pitches high for ball 2. I had him in a couple of high school games, and he drove a few out of Toronto Stadium. He can hit the ball deep.
Very close stance, up on the plate, as I mentioned.
He'll be a junior at Toronto next year. Clark's next pitch is inside, and it's 3-0 to Don Raymer, who moved into second base, replacing Timmy Ohalek, who moved into right field, replacing Brian Hellyer. The 3-0 pitch is a called strike. It's 3-1.
Split the heart of the plate with that one, John. He's got to hope that he can get 3 outs and Steubenville can get a run. That's what we're looking for right here at this point in time in the game.
Scardina on deck. 3-1 pitch. He took that one also, so the count is even. It was right down the pipe. Full count to Don Raymer.
He's got to come back with the same pitch and challenge the hitter again and hope that the defense can run it down or scoop it up, whatever the case might be.
Just shook 2 signs off. Went with the breaking ball, and it's outside for ball 4. So Clark walks his first batter.
Okay.
1 out, 1 on. Joe Scardina, the batter, with Donnie Raymer at first.
Playing the aggressive style of ball that they played here this evening, I would not be surprised to see Toronto maybe hit and run in this situation. Raymer has pretty good speed. Scardina makes contact with the ball most of the time, and being up a run, they might take a shot and get that insurance run to second base or even third.
Well, when you're up by a run, you can do a lot more than you can do when you're behind. There's a ground to the shortstop. Davis charges on to Nodianos for 1, and that's all they'll get on the speedy Joe Scardina. Raymer is forced 6-4 at second for the second out of the inning. And at first on the fielder's choice is Joe Scardina, and I'll lay odds that he'll be stealing as Rob Lucas steps to the plate. Lucas is 0 for 3 in the game.
Scardina has real good speed, John. He got out of the batter's box very quickly.
He's got a big lead, and Clark goes over to first and almost threw it away, blocked by Murray as Scardina dives back in. Bruce Calabrese coaching down at first.
Lucas likes to swing at the first pitch.
Good lead by Scardina. He's going. Swing and a miss. Baldwin's throw will not be in time. It goes into center field. Scardina will move on to third. Mettenberger cannot make the play, so it's a stolen base for Joe and an error on Johnny Baldwin as the throw went into the dirt as Scardina moves on to third. And he's at third with 2 outs, and it was a strike to Robbie Lucas.
John, you called that one. Scardina definitely was going, and even though Lucas swung at the ball, it was a protect swing. More than an attempted at the ball to hit the ball. Was a protect swing. He did his job, protected the runner. The throw went into center field. Toronto has a man on third with 2 outs, and they are ahead 4-3. Got to watch for the pass ball here again, John.
You've had a couple of those in this ball game today. A couple wild pitches and a pass ball. The 1-0 or the 0-1 to Lucas. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball. Clark, a possessor of a very fine, deep breaking overhand curveball, sort of a sinker type of pitch.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Lucas is a quick breaking curveball, whereas Clark sort of rolls off the end of the tape and comes over the top a little bit more. As a result, the delivery, the ball acts differently.
Same way with McCutcheon's curveball, which is a quick dipper. Inch Clark's is a little slower and breaks a lot more. 0-2 to Lucas. Another curveball, and it split the plate. A beauty.
Excellent pitch that time.
Called strike 3. First strikeout for Inch Clark in the inning for Toronto. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error in the inning for Steubenville, and that is their 4th error of the game. 1 left. And at the end of 6½, we're moving to the bottom of the 7th. The last inning, Toronto leads it 4-3. We'll be back. For the 7th, post 33 will send up the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Nodianos, Kopral, and Murray to face Robbie Lucas. 4-3. Pitches outside to Nodianos. Michael 1 for 3 with an RBI back in the 3rd.
Steubenville looking to get a man on it any way they can, John.
There's a strike. Count evens at 1-1 to Nodianos.
Lucas, on the other hand, wants to throw strikes, let his defense make the plays.
Curveball fouled off of the mask of catcher Kevin McGrath. Lucas ahead on the count at 1-2 to Mike Nodianos, right-handed batting second baseman. On deck, Jay Kopral, who's had 2 doubles to his credit, to left center and right center.
third baseman Horn guarding the line very tightly. Big hole between short and third.
Third ball is outside. Nodi had a thought of going after it, but held the bat back. 2-2. Count evens. Fastball is upstairs, and the count is now full at 3-2. Lucas got in trouble after 2 were down in the 6th with 2 walks. He does not want to walk the leadoff man.
Walks will kill you.
Curveball, he got him looking. A beauty. Lucas with a big strikeout to start the 7th. Strikeout number 7.
Momentum's a funny thing. Steubenville gets that walk, the momentum goes to their side.
Now batting.
Toronto gets the strikeout, and momentum moves to their side.
He came with a breaking ball on the 3-2 pitch and caught the inside corner.
Well, as we talked earlier in the game, even in the pregame, John, that's his bread and butter pitch, and he has a lot of confidence in his breaking ball, and I believe that was a strike on Mike.
Jay Kopral, who's been a thorn in the side of Lucas, takes a pitch high for a ball. Jay 2 for 3, 2 doubles. The 1-0, curveball almost hit him. 2-0. So Lucas has fallen behind to both batters, but he got Nodianos on a called third strike for the first out of the inning.
John noticed he's working very fast again.
Inside again, almost hit him. 3-0 to Jay Kopral.
3 balls, no strikes.
This is a problem I had with him a little bit in high school. You have to go out and slow him down. He has a tendency to want to just get it and throw it, get it and throw it. He's got to slow his rhythm down a little bit out there.
3-0 is inside for ball 4. And Kopral walks on 4 straight pitches. That'll bring up Dave Murray.
Runner,
Let's see if we have a runner. There's Michael Mayo coming out of the Steubenville dugout, and he'll run for Jay Kopral here in the 6th. So Steubenville might be doing something with Mayo running here in the 7th, the bottom half of the 7th. We've got a conference on the mound. 4-3, Toronto clinging to a 1-1 lead. A runner at first with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th, and the batter will be David Murray.
John, the strikeout with the strikeout by Lucas on Nodianos now looms very large because the following batter, who was Kopral, got a walk, so Steubenville potentially would have had first and second and no 1 out. As a result, they only have a man on first and 1 out, where the ground ball here is double play, or they don't have a runner in scoring position, is what I'm trying to say, and that hurt their cause a little bit and helped Toronto's as well.
Runner at first, pinch runner Michael Mayo. Dave Murray, the batter, he's 0 for 3, and he takes a pitch inside for a ball.
Mike Mayo has excellent speed, and even though Steubenville is behind 1 run, if he gets a good jump, I might think about the possibility of sending him. I'm not trying to coach, but there's always that possibility that he might go. Lucas appears to have some kind of an injury to his thumb on his non-throwing hand, John.
That would be the one.
That could be serious for the Toronto cause, although we mentioned Jimmy Hiltz, the veteran Toronto high school right-hander, has been warming in the bullpen. 4-3, bottom half of the 7th. If you're wondering about the Pirate game, it will follow the Legion broadcast. The Buccos taking on the Chicago Cubs in the 4th game of their 4-game series. Pirates have swept the first 3. John Candelaria on the mound for Pittsburgh, and Chuck Rainey pitching for the Cubbies.
John, while we have a little break in the action here, as I look defensively at Toronto's outfield, they are rather deep, and any type of a bloop single is definitely going to fall in front of them. It appears to me that they don't want the ball to go over their head. They want to keep the ball in front of them in this particular case.
Dave Grimm is out talking with home plate umpire Bob Haskins.
I think they're talking about the number of conferences he's had.
Well, I think that was only the first time he was out there this inning, so he's got 1 more.
Second time total.
Second time total, I believe. Which is, more than legal.
All right, here's the pitch to David Murray. It's a called strike. Count evens at 1-1.
We might mention that there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Steubenville with a runner on first. Dave Murray at the plate.
And Mayo's gone. Swung on and missed. There's McGrath's throw. It will not be in time, and Mayo slides in with a stolen base. Murray swung and missed, so the count is 1-2 to David. However, Michael Mayo, pinch running for Jay Kopral, has stolen the base. He's at second with 1 out, and Murray, with a 1-2 count, could deliver a clutch hit here to tie the game. Mayo would probably score on a base hit.
Even with a good throw, they wouldn't have had him, John.
Fastball got him looking. He caught him looking for the breaking ball, and for the second time this inning, Robbie Lucas has caught a Steubenville hitter looking at a third strike. Nodianos to lead off the inning, and now Murray. That was a nice fastball. Strikeout number 8 for Lucas. 2 out now, Joe.
Yes, John, I think Murray might have been guessing that time, looking for the breaking ball, and that's what I alluded to earlier. Sneaky fast.
Kevin Janeski's the hitter. Takes the pitch inside for a ball. Kevin in the game, 1 for 2. Singled and was hit with a pitch. Mayo at second. Janeski fouls it back. The count evens at 1-1. Lucas with 8 strikeouts.
1 strike.
John, I think in defense of Dave Murray, what happened, you saw Lucas strike Davis out with a breaking ball in the inning before, and he also saw him strike Nodianos out with a breaking ball, and here he came back with the fastball.
Fastball to Janeski is just low. 2-1 the count. Some of the Toronto fans thought that one was in the zone.
I didn't know we had that many umpires around here, John.
A lot of umpires at ball games. 2-1 to count on Kevin Janeski. He lines one in the left, but it's going to be right at Joe Scardina, who makes the out-ending and game-ending out. Janeski hit it on the button, but Joe Scardina was right there to make the catch. The old Adam ball. So score it, line out to left field in the inning for Steubenville. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Your final score, Toronto has beaten Post 33 for the first time in a fine game to open up the Vaccaro Field for the regular season by a score of 4-3.
Okay,
we'll
Joe.
be back for the wrap-up after this message.
Okay, Toronto.